Good morning and good afternoon, or good afternoon. So today we're going to be talking about amortization, how to find the monthly approximate payment that we have to do in Excel. So let's get to it. So in Excel we have an equation that we can use, which is for finding the approximate monthly payment, PMT. Once we open up the parentheses, it's going to ask us for a minimum of 3 different variables. And those variables are R, which would be the interest rate per period. Look at the R right here. N, number of payments. P, principal. And then we would have the equation complete with all the variables. Now let's try example 2 right here. So we have $250 as a principal. That's the amount of the loan that we receive, and we have to pay a 26% every year as an interest rate, right? So as an APR. So over here we have to find how much that would be for every period in every month, in other words. So if it's a year, every year has 12 months. So let's go ahead and put 26%. This cell is going to be equal to 26%. Oh my god, percentage rate, where are you? Percent. And then over 12. Now we're going to find out how much 26% is for every single month of that year. And it's 0.021. That would be the same thing if we put it in a percentage point of view by clicking over here on the top, percentage style. That would be the same as 2% rounded up, but we don't want to round it up that much. So let's go over here on the top and let's increase the decimal. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. As much as you can. We're good. Alright. Then after that, we have the loan term, which is 1.5 years, 1 year and a half. How much would that be? Well, if 1 year contains 12 months, all we need to do is put 1.5 times 12 to know how many months that is, right? So 1.5 times 12. Let's put the equal sign before that to have the answer displayed. And there we go. So 12 months plus half a year, which is 6 months, that gives us 18 months. There we go. Now we have the interest rate per period, and we have the number of payments, and we also have already given the principal value of the loan. So let's go ahead and use the PMT formula, or the amortization formula in Excel, to find the approximate payment for that amount of money in that time span. Now that happened because I pressed an arrow key and I haven't finished writing the equation. So now I'm just going to use the same variables that we already talked about: R and P, rate, number of payments, and principal. So the first one would be R. You see it right here, PMT, rate. So let's go ahead and click on interest rate so I could grab the value that cell contains. I could also just type the number just as it is, or just type 26% over 12 like we have over here on the first example. Here I'm going to put a comma to separate it from the next variable, which is going to be N, which is number of payments. Clicks. Good. Oh good. Oh good. Then a comma to separate it from the next variable, which would be P for principal, 250. Let's click on that, or let's write the number, whichever you prefer. I always prefer clicking on the cell. Why? Because I'm choosing a cell and not a specific value. So that would mean if I ever change the principal, so would the rest of the results automatically. Now let's press enter, and we have here the monthly payment for that amount of money, including the interest rate for that time span. So every month it would be good to pay 16 with 92 cents in order to pay before the deadline or the maturity date. Now how do we know how much we're going to be paying in the end? Well, let's say we have to multiply 18, which is the amount of times that we pay, by the amount that we have to pay each time. So we go ahead and put equal to 18 times the monthly payment, and that will be 304 with 58 cents. So we have an total interest that we're paying of 54 with 58 cents. That's the difference between this one and the original balance. The rest, it's all interest. Now, guys, notice that it's in red. That is because these are negative numbers, alright? Once you use the PMT formula, it's going to be a negative number. You could change that if you wanted to by adding a negative symbol before it to change it to the opposite symbol, right? So there we go. Now remember, whenever you're doing the rest of these, make sure that you convert the APR to a monthly interest rate by dividing over 12, not by anything else, okay? And number of payments, since usually you pay for a loan every single month, and what we're giving you here is years, you need to transform those years into months. How? Well, multiplying by 12. Then get the payment amount monthly, approximate payment amount that you need monthly by using the PMT formula, and then multiply the payment amount times the number of payments, and you're good to go, and this assignment is done. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful for you and you were able to understand how we can get a average monthly payment and the total to be paid at the end. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below or send me an email. You know my email, it's in Teams. So thank you very much. Have a nice week.